Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us in the world. Welcome to this week's Crypto Diggers Africa show, where women dig crypto. Let me start with the disclaimer. The information and materials in this show are not to be considered as financial advice. We aim to improve your knowledge and awareness and education of the crypto world. My name is Tebello Mkhema and I am the host of the show. The cryptocurrency market is a highly volatile market and it's an evolving and forever changing market that we deal with. Therefore, it's important that when you get involved, you carefully consider whether cryptocurrency is right for you, considering your own financial circumstances and resources. As a person who's been involved for some time in the world of cryptocurrencies, it was in conversation with friends and family and colleagues that I realized that there is a lot that is happening in the crypto space that most people, especially women, and more specifically, women in Africa are not exposed to or they are unsure of when it comes to the crypto world. For example, on Saturday, I was part of a conference that had about 40 women entrepreneurs in the continent. And when I asked how many of them hold any form of crypto, I had 4 hands that went up. Out of 40 women who run their own businesses, and in some instances, empires, only 4 of them are involved in the cryptocurrency or hold any form of crypto. And it just confirmed for me that there is a lot of work that still needs to be done to give confidence to people, about this world of crypto. Since we started with the conversation, there have been many lessons that we have received from our guests, from being reminded about being careful of hypes in the space and various scams that continue to be there. Even this morning, I was reading, a tweet from the CEO of Binance, who was also warning people about being careful of scammers because they are there all over the world. We also got to learn about the opportunity that when you get into cryptocurrency space, it's also about ensuring that you are able to manage your risk, and as this is quite critical. We've learned about the opportunity that network and network marketing brings through. We've also learned how one can use, the various saving options on the exchanges to earn more cryptos. We've learned about trading from people that are involved in the trading space. We've learned about mining from people that are involved in the mining space, and we'll continue to learn from many more people, that are involved in the cryptocurrency space. Whilst this show is mainly aimed at women in Africa who continue to be left behind as it relates to financial literacy and freedom, I am glad that we are seeing a slow and steady emergence of women from across the world who are involved in crypto. As the African proverb says, you educate a woman, you educate the community. It's therefore critical that we continue to improve the knowledge about crypto for women in Africa. Through these shows, women in Africa will learn about crypto, blockchain, DeFi, NFT, tokens, all sorts of languages or lingos, if I can put it like that, from the crypto world, and how these platforms can be able to help them. And I'm referring to the women, to improve their lives and use the gained knowledge to further develop their business acumen. Because, ladies and gentlemen, with crypto right now, in any business that you are in, you are able to start, including crypto as a form of payment. So people are able to see that this is how you can use crypto in the space that we are in. We will also continue to learn about how, as women, they can use the opportunity of decentralized finance to bypass the financial policies and processes that are still related to their fiat currencies. So what is our main objective with this show at the end of the day? Through engagements with both men and women who are involved in crypto, we aim to provide knowledge and improve knowledge and understanding about the world of crypto, its impact and possibilities for women in Africa. As our slogan says, women dig crypto. Thank you very much for joining us today on the show today. And as usual, we will welcome your comments and questions, that you may have during the course of the show. I am excited today to be welcoming to the show somebody that I got to meet recently, who invited me onto his show, and he'll tell us a little bit more about it. Elsden Mabena, who is commonly known as the Crypto King, is our guest today, and he is an entrepreneur, a business person, and somebody that's been involved in crypto for a while. And hopefully today he'll also be able to share with us his own testimonies, how this business opportunity in crypto has impacted his life. Welcome, Elsden, and thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me on your show, Crypto Diggers Africa. Thank you so much. It's an honor for me to be involved and coming to your show. Thank you so much.
Great. I can see that you're not on your show because you're sitting in the car, right? We don't have your background.
Yes, I'm on the chain. I'm on a chain. I'm going somewhere, but of course, I could not miss this amazing opportunity to be on your show.
Wonderful. So, Elsden, let's get on with it. Tell us, who are you? Who is Elsden Mabena? Who's the Crypto King?
Where do I start? Where do I start? So much to talk about, but anyway, I'll just brief. My name is Elsden Mabena, aka the Crypto King, is famously known in the industry, in the crypto space. All right, I'm based in Joburg, Gauteng, and yeah, look, I've been around. I'm a business person, done few businesses around. I've been in the corporate space as well, where I worked in the health and wellness industry as a marketing consultant, sales consultant in the health and wellness industry. Look, I also worked in the motor industry back 10 years ago. Yeah, look, I've been in the corporate space, which is 10 years ago before venturing into business. So yeah, that's where I am. Now I'm based in Gauteng and they're looking for opportunities. I do have marketing experience. I do have a marketing degree as well. That's what I have. But yeah, everything else is collected along the journey, is collected based on experience, working and studying, researching, looking for those skills around. They say a man does not need to be only at school to collect some valuable skills. You can collect them after school. And also they always say after school education is the best, because that's where now you experience life. It's practical, it's no longer theory, it's practical. So everything else that I've learned in this life, it's based on my experience, it's based on my risk taking, it's based on my getting involved in different projects. Yes.
Wonderful. That's wonderful to know that about you. And I love, what you've just said about a lot of what we learn. We learn the theory, we learn the principles, when we're at school and at higher education institutions. But life is still the best, teacher. When you're out there and applying them and you see whether they will work or not, you start realizing, okay, this is how I need to use this. So as a marketing, as somebody that's got, a marketing background, tell us a little bit about how crypto, when you were reading about it and you were seeing more people talking about it, what attracted you to crypto?
Well, just to summarize it or go back a little bit back, what I got involved in the financial space back in 2008. That person who loved reading, who loved researching, and I used to buy the newspapers. You can't believe from 2003 up until 2010, I never missed any publication of Daily Sun. I used to buy it every day, and I would buy Sunday World and Sunday Sun as well on Sundays, on weekends. So I used to buy those papers just to get information. You know, every day when I buy those papers, there were some different opportunities. There were some different stuff that I could extract from those publications. You might, mind you, sometimes you read something today, it doesn't mean it's going to help you today, but it can come later, and you can use the experience that you have extracted today on a later stage. But what I'm trying to say here, I'm a person who love researching, who get curious when they see things happening around. So I used to buy the newspapers. One day back in 2008, I bought this junk mail newspaper, and inside there was an advert that says make 15,000 runs a month in the stock market. I was so curious. That advert was so clear and it was highlighted in yellow. So I was so curious, what's happening in this stock market that someone can make 15,000 a month? Then I started researching about the stock market. That's how I got involved in the financial space. I attended a few presentations, seminars around about the stock market. Then I was attracted to the Forex market. I started the Forex market. I started to make some trades, conducting international brokers, because way back then, 2008, 2009, 2010, there were not so many local brokers that we see today, especially in the Forex space. There were very few, only international ones. So I started also researching and getting involved in the financial space. And then, of course, with the financial bug, I mean, once you get into this industry, I said, you know what, this is the industry that I love. This is what I love. This is where I belong. I was working for Virgin Active way back there in the marketing department. I was doing very good. I was doing very good because I remember I was back then, back in 2010, I was earning something like averaging around 30,000 runs. But you know what, something that you won't believe, every week, twice a week, I think it was Wednesday or Saturday or Sunday, I would attend different seminars about money, different seminars about businesses, you know. But looking at that, it was very extraordinary because most of the colleagues that I was working with, they were not really bothering themselves to research, to do what I was doing, you know. So I would attend these seminars looking for information. As much as I was getting good salary, as much as I was getting good commission, we're earning on commission, obviously. As much as I was getting good commission, but I was looking for opportunities. I would, not, get satisfied with what I was doing, with the current situation that I was in. I could not see my life depending on that job or on that space that I was in. So I was looking for opportunities out there. It came to a point whereby I decided, you know what, I want to venture full time into business and into the financial space. That's when I left the corporate world way back in 2012. That's when I left. I opened my own office here in town, Job Exhibit. I started, doing different businesses, but the financial space being the core business around whatever I was doing. Fast forward, got, as someone who's involved in the Forex market, you research a lot. At some point, we came across this information that there will be a currency that is going to be stronger than the US dollar. I remember talking with my guys, discussing, guys, do you see this information that there will be a currency stronger than the US dollar? Yeah, look, we didn't take it serious by then or so. But of course, Bitcoin was already there. We did not really grasp into it that fully, but we have seen, we could see it online. We could see what's happening, you understand? Then fast forward, in 2014, 2015, that's when I got fully involved on the crypto space, based on the information that we're getting online. And of course, there came some programs that were coming, promoting Bitcoin, promoting crypto. That's when I fully grasped this concept that, okay, this is the right currency. This is the market. This is a market that is going further. This is the market that's gonna change the world. That's when I got involved in the crypto space way back in 2014, 2015 season.
Wow, that's a very interesting, and broad history that you have provided, which then brings me to the next question. Lots of people that either are involved in finance or have a finance background or have been exposed, some of them still don't believe in the concept of crypto. So I know you said that you're somebody that is curious and reading, but my question is, for somebody that was in the finance world, what kept you saying, I need to know more about this thing because there's something happening? Because a lot of people that we speak to that have got a financial background, the minute you say crypto, they're like, hey, I'm not sure.
All right, it goes to say your background, of course, plays a pivotal role, but curiosity and that intuition to say, you know what, this is something, let me research on it. I'll tell you, especially you are pointing at me. I'm that person, when I see something written outside, I write it down. And when I get home, I research about that thing. When I see a car branded with something else, I check on the branding. When I get home, I research about it. When someone is giving out some pamphlets on the street, from a distance, before I get to that person, I'll check that pamphlet. If these normal, usual pamphlets, if it's unusual one, I collect that pamphlet. Then I check the information. So the curiosity, questions, the world is built on questions. If you do not have questions of your surrounding, of what's happening around you, you're not gonna really go anywhere. You're not gonna understand what's happening in the whole universe. You understand? So when I discovered Bitcoin, I started digging deep. I started researching. Then I discovered, now, you know what, this is the right information. This is the right asset to get involved in. Of course, you just mentioned that there are so many people who are involved or who are living, who are there. We have heard about Bitcoin, we have heard about the crypto, but they haven't taken the step to say, let me take a look into this project or program or whatever they call it, it's because of curiosity. People are not curious enough there. You become an accountant, the only thing that you know is accounting. You're not looking on the side. You're not really checking what's happening on the other hand, on the mirrors. You just become blinkers, I'm a qualified accountant and I don't, do any other things. That's a very bad mentality. You need to really be curious, research, even if you're not gonna get involved. Just go out there, research about whatever it is being said, Just say no, but research about it, Don't just say no when you see the information, just, what, this doesn't concern me. It's not good. You need to be broader, you need to have as much information within you as possible, so that whenever you are in a plane going somewhere, maybe you are in a plane going to Cape Town or even going to Dubai, someone next to you can start a conversation and say, all right, do you know about this industry? You can just connect because you know a little bit about such an industry. Do you know about politics? You kind of have a clue. even if you don't go deeper about the subject, but if you have got some basic understanding, basic knowledge about that subject, it connects you with that person. But if ever you sit next to me, I ask you anything, any subject, I ask you different subject, you have got no clue. I start to look at you and say, wait, which planet do you live in? Because sometimes we'll be talking of things that are happening around us. We'll be talking about things that are influencing the whole world, things that are actually happening, you know, that everyone is living on. So if ever you don't have any clue, it becomes a very problematic. So I'll say our people, they do not have that intuition to understand what's happening around us. You need to research, you need to know where the world is going. Oh, yes.
Right. Wow, that's a powerful message, you know, that you're giving us about being curious and asking questions. So obviously in the work that you do, as you say, you know, when you speak with people and you meet with people traveling, or just somebody asking for a meeting, they come, you know, with all sorts of questions, especially when they start saying, tell us a little bit more about crypto. How do you then explain it to somebody that looks at you and says, I hear you talking, but I still don't understand? What do you generally say to help them understand, you know, the concept of crypto?
First, you need to understand that the world is revolving. It doesn't really stop here. We started way back in 2000 using Motorola. Those Motorola phones were very nice. We were using Nokia 3310. By then, I could score some big moves just by holding that phone. You know, so but today, if you are to appear holding a Nokia 3310, people, the 2000s don't know that phone. Even people will just look at you and say you are old-fashioned, because the world has revolved, the world has moved, it keeps on moving. All right, there was first industrial revolution, second industrial revolution, third industrial revolution. We are in the fourth industrial revolution as we are. So back then, things have changed from, you know, electricity discovery way back then, but now we are talking of a digital space. When we are talking of digital space, this is where we are now. So firstly, you need to understand where the world started and where the world is now. That's when, if you believe such movements, if you believe such happenings around us, that's when you're gonna believe that, you know what, there is nothing that stays forever. There is nothing that remains one thing forever. Things have to change. Now, once you have responded to such curiosity, to such happenings, that's when you understand that, okay, now there is cryptocurrencies, it's digital market, is something that is new, is something that is changing the world. How so? It's time now for digitalization. We are in a digital space and cryptocurrencies are involved. So crypto, in simple terms, is a digital money that you can, of course, you can't touch it with your hands. It's not physical, but you can see it on your screen, on your computers, on your devices. It's more like now even the banks, Standard Bank has closed all branches around. They're no longer operating physical branches. Whenever you go to a branch, those few branches that are left, most of the banking, they refer you online. They tell you that go online, go on your app and start banking. And if you phone, they tell you, you just take this number, you're gonna have to phone our call center. So everything is digital these days. It's going digital. Hence, Bitcoin also is digital. There are some people who still say, you know what, I still need something physical. Why you guys talking about online businesses or online money? Money itself is moving from physical form to digital, because now I can buy you airtime. Airtime is money, but in a package, in a bundle package. Understand? You say send me e-wallet. I go into my online portal, and then I send you e-wallet. I send you 500 rands, and you can receive it as 500 rands as well. So money is involved. So cryptocurrencies, here we are. Cryptocurrency market is 10 years old. Way back in 2008, 31st August, I believe the white paper was released by Satoshi Nakamoto. 2009, it was being launched. It was still below 10 cents, very much cheap back then. 2012, 2010, in fact, when we're celebrating World Cup, Bitcoin then was very much cheap. Should do have gotten involved way back then, will be somewhere by now. So it's we're talking of a market which is 10, 12 years old now. It's been there. It's, of course, it has died so many times, but it's still very much alive. It's still very much going forward.
I love it that it's died a couple of times and it's still going to die, right? And come back.
Absolutely.
This, the cryptocurrency market is a resurrecting market. So
absolutely.
I think I also like, you've just made it, brought the reality of the fact that cryptocurrency markets have been around for 10 years. And when somebody still then sits and says, oh, but this thing is a scam, then you sit and say, yo, that is a long running scam, which has been running, for a lot of 10 years. But anyway, we are always grateful when people get to learn and, come into the space. So when you then got involved with crypto after your reading and, starting to understand, what was your first method of getting involved? Did you buy and hold, or did you trade, or did you mine? How did you acquire your first, crypto?
All right, I'll start by responding to your comment saying, of course, there are some people say cryptocurrency market is a scam and it's been running for 12 years. It's the longest running scam. Look, we see so much investments coming into this space, into the cryptocurrency space, from well-known figures, from well-known billionaires like Elon Musk, like Mike, like the whole crew of Wall Street, they are getting involved in the crypto space. So you would not sit here when I'm a centenarian, looking and seeing someone who's a billionaire getting involved, and I keep on saying this is a scam. It's upside down. It's something that I would not really do. But anyway, yes, look, when I got involved, it was like through different programs that I was involved in back then. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin as per se, we're using it as a means of transaction. We're just transacting Bitcoin. I buy Bitcoin because I need to send them to another exchange. I buy Bitcoin because I need to send them to another program. That was the means back then. We were not very much educated or understanding that this is the future to keep. This is a store of value. We were just getting involved. Mind you, it was still at the beginning. We'll just see, like, it's still similar to today, when someone can see here, witness people making money with Bitcoin, but still not getting involved. So with us also, when I got involved, I could see, okay, this is happening, but now it was a means of transaction. Up until in 2016, 2017, I started now trading. I'm coming from a trading background. So I started trading cryptocurrencies on the platform, on the exchanges. I started trading Bitcoin as well. I started investing, buying and holding you know, where you buy some coins. Even now, I still have coins that I bought way back in 2016, 2017. I still have got those coins in my platforms, because that's when I started to see that there is power in holding these coins. There is power over time, you know, in having these coins without liquidating them or without using them anyhow, you know. So I started keeping them, which is holding. That's where the term came, holding, you know, you hold. So yeah, I've got coins that I'm holding since then. But of course, just to, in short, to respond to you, I'm trading, I'm a trader, I trade and hold.
Great. No, thank you for that. And you know, the trading, I think the trading aspect of crypto is slowly, you know, growing, and more people are getting into that space. So if somebody, you know, wants to get involved, or they say they've started to get involved onto trading of cryptocurrencies, what would be your one or two advices that you would give them, particularly on the trading side? Because that is a, you know, fast moving, fast changing, you know, opportunity in the crypto space.
Look, it's not as easy as people mention it, and it's not as difficult as it appears as well. How so? It depends with one thing: education, learning, understanding, experience. You ought to involve yourself into deep research. I think I've spoken about the research. This word is coming so many times. It's a core, right, in this industry. You ought to involve yourself in learning and understanding how the trading world works. Once you understand trading, then you can be on your way to success, on your way to winning ways. So you need to research, learn about, empower yourself, spend time learning about trading. It's not just buying and selling. It's easy to open an account in an exchange and then just go there with your 500 US dollars, 1,000 US dollars, start buying and start selling, start buying and start selling. But if you are not doing the research and if you are not doing the right thing, sooner or later, you're going to cry, because you'll be doing something that you are guessing. You're more of a gambling. You need to do something which is based on your analysis, which is technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Currently, I'll put an example. Currently, there is a coin called Sand from the metaverse space, metaverse ecosystem. Sand is currently trading just around $7. All right. Technically, that coin is supposed to go down, you know, from the levels of $4 or $5. It was supposed to go down, you know, to find its support. But fundamentally, because the fundamentals are good, the coin just went up. It kept going. Even now, it's still going, because fundamentally, there's so much strong happening around that coin. You know, so you ought to combine these things, fundamentals and technicals. Don't just rely on one strategy. Say, oh, no, I'm a technical trader. You know, I only know about technicals. You know, I'm not involved in fundamentals. They will surprise you, because there will be some news that comes through with unexpected and move that currency or coin to some other levels. You know, with the fundamentals now, you'll be left hanging. So you must always be aware. These things, they go together. Fundamentals and technicals, they go hand in hand. You must always be aware of each of them. So yes, I encourage people who want to get involved in trading to learn, understand. It's not just a matter of holding a mouse and clicking, then you're buying. You know, there's so much involved in researching, and understanding the whole trading world, and then you'll be on your ways to success.
Wow, great. That's I think that's great advice. And even for people that are new in the space, you know, to be able to say, hey, you don't only look at one aspect. And I like what you're saying, that, you know, you don't just hold the mouse and click. There are elements that, you know, that you need to be looking at. And hopefully also, you know, some of these things just help to increase people's knowledge, you know, of some of the economic principles that have always been there on it, you know, from a trading point of view, right? It's just that now they are doing it, you know, from a crypto space. One of the things I wanted to learn more about, you are wearing a T-shirt that's got the logo of your show, the Empire Crypto TV. So tell us a little bit about that. Why did you start it? I mean, I found that show very, very, you know, interesting, and you have such diverse, you know, guests that come onto the show. Tell us about it. Why did you start it? What were the main objectives that you wanted to achieve?
Look, I've always been in the space, financial space for some time, and in the education space, so to say, mentoring space, where I bring people from outside to the inside of the finance space. So I'm a mentor by nature. I'm an educator by nature. I want to see people financially liberated, want to see things changing, our communities changing. Hence, we started the show Empire Crypto TV. It's a news broadcast, it's an educational platform where we broadcast the news as they happen all over the world, because people are not so well equipped when it comes to learning the news. You know, speed is what separates from the winners from the losers in this space, in the crypto space. So if you get to the news, the faster you get the news, the faster you execute, that's when you're gonna win. So Empire Crypto TV, we are an educational channel, we are a live broadcast channel, we are a news update channel where we teach people, we update people about what's happening globally, and giving all this information, educating them about the cryptocurrency market and stuff, the whole blockchain space. So there is a need, there's a gap. You know, there's so many people outside there who are looking for this information, but we do not get it properly. So we take that initiative to say, we want to educate people, want to bring them into this market so that they learn it from our experiences. Like I said, I'm not sitting here saying, you know what, cryptocurrency market is juicy, is honey and milk. You know, there are so many things, there are so many obstacles around this market. There are so many lions preying on, you know, ignorant impalas and stuff on this market. So we try, based on our experience, look into those loopholes, trying to cover them and say, you know what, this is a loophole for scammers to, you know, scavenge on innocent people. So let's try and cover this loophole. Let's try and cover this hole. Let's try and cover this weak leg, so that our people come into the space, have a better experience other than starting from where we started. We have paid our school fees. We have paid our dues. So now is that time. We don't want people to get involved the way we got involved. And of course, so many people are not strong as we are. They can come in, get, you know, discouraged, disappointed, get scammed, and then they will just leave the market. While they haven't seen the other side, the other benefits of this market, the advantages of this market, the bigger picture of this market, you know. So we want them to come and experience the good side of this market. So that's why we started Empire Crypto TV, where we are broadcasting all this information every day.
That is an amazing project that you have. So tell us, when do you have your shows? How, if people are interested in watching it and being part of it, how do they get to be involved?
All right, Empire Crypto TV, we are live every day, 7 p.m., Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. If you want to get involved or watch our daily shows, you can go onto our YouTube channel and find Empire Crypto TV, Empire Crypto TV, and then subscribe. Once you have subscribed on our channel, you just have to click the notification bell. Every time we go live, you get a notification on your phone that we are live. And of course, with the content that we are giving to people, there is no one that can actually come today and not come tomorrow. They will always become, good consumers of the content. We bring out good strategies on our shows, on our platform. So yeah, and of course, already we have uploaded so many videos, so many strategies, discussions. Last week but one, we invited you to our show and you shared a lot strategic stuff on our show, and that content is there on our YouTube channel. So anyone wants to learn about what we did in the past, learn about our past guest discussions, they can always go onto our platform and check, and they'll find all that information there. Like I said, the most important thing is to learn, understand. If we're not learning, let's take that thing. There's notion around us, especially our Africans, that we're not reading. If you want to hide something from a black man, you must hide it in a paper, we don't really familiarize ourselves with this researching, reading and stuff. But those who are actually taking advantage of the information which is there on the internet, that is all over, those who are reading, they're actually gaining an upper hand. They're actually leading the pack. If you look around, people who are researching are leading the pack because they are more knowledgeable and more experienced than anyone who's so ignorant.
Absolutely, absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it. You can go onto Facebook or you can go onto YouTube and look out, type out Empire Crypto TV, and there you will be able to find all the episodes of the previous shows that have been held. And I encourage you to follow them and to watch those episodes. I have learned, I thought I knew stuff in crypto, but watching, and listening to the guests that Elston, as the Crypto King, has had in the show, there is so much more that I've learned, which has just improved on my knowledge, in the crypto space. And the beauty of technology is that it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You could be in Australia, you could be in the Americas, in Europe, Asia. If you go onto YouTube and you type Empire Crypto TV, you will be able to find the information, especially for those of us that are in Africa. Here is a show, here is somebody that is doing, or extending the work that we are all doing, of ensuring that there is more education, there's more information that is available for our people to be able to understand that, as he says, they don't just go into the crypto space or world blind. There is information, there's content that is becoming more and more regularly available, so that you are able to say, okay, now that I've learned this, these are the next steps that I'm going to be taking. So Eldon, thank you so much for informing us about the Empire Crypto TV show, and hopefully you will see more, followers. Excuse me. You will see more followers and even be able to get guests after this show. So you've been in the finance world, you've been in the marketing world, you've been in the business world, corporate world, and finally, you've started to combine that background, that knowledge with being in the crypto space. How has crypto made a difference in your life?
Look, once you get involved in the cryptocurrency market, there's no way out, especially when you get involved in the proper way. If you get involved the right way, the exit door is closed, it's shut, it's no longer existing. It's impossible to come out if you get it the proper way, because this is the future. This is the market. We're not, okay, let me cancel the word future. This is, we live cryptocurrency market now. We live this market now. Look, I can now, with the COVID, beginning of COVID and stuff, so many people lost their jobs and so many companies closed. Even myself, I've had to close other projects. You know, I was running a microfinance project where we're lending some funds to people, registered microfinance, so to say. What happened is that we were so affected by the COVID-19 and we had to close, you know, like any other people, business people that got affected as well. But look, I found strength in the cryptocurrency market because I'm able to trade, I'm able to hold, I'm able to identify super solid projects to invest in, you know, to grow my portfolio. So currently, I'm very much well involved in the crypto space and in the blockchain space. I'm a person who's in the production also, production also. I'm more involved in blockchain where I'm producing some projects as well. So I'm working on different projects in the blockchain space that can actually bring about solutions to problems that we are experiencing. You know, one of the projects that I'm involved in now is a blockchain e-commerce platform. Blockchain e-commerce platform. I've always done so many other projects in the past. Of course, some of them have been successful, some of them have failed. You know, but yeah, look, I'm more into as opposed to just being a player on the surface, just being a consumer on the surface. I want to produce some real businesses, some real projects that are gonna change the world, that are gonna make difference in our community, in the space, and of course that can actually produce millionaires and come billionaires. You know, so yeah. I'm doing a lot in the background, and of course, I'm living the cryptocurrency market. Yeah, I just go onto my platform whenever I need anything. I look into how much can I get from my portfolios or from my tradings. Like let's say I need some money for anything else, I can easily take some trades. You know, I can easily take some trades that can give me some profits for whatever I want to execute. And yeah, so there's financial freedom in the crypto space. You can live off crypto. There are people who are asking, you know what, can I trade for a living? Can I really live off crypto? Yes, you can. There are different projects that you can get involved in the crypto space. You can become a network marketer in the crypto space and make money in the network marketing. Where else you don't need a skill, you don't need, of course you need a skill. Talking is a skill. Approaching people is a skill. You know, public relations is a skill, I believe. So I mustn't say you don't need a skill. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't need a degree, you don't need qualifications to get involved in the network marketing space, but you need a desire, something in you need to say, you know what, I want to make so much money. I need to make good money. Already where I am now, as you can see, I'm in the car. I've been having a meeting with this other guy of brainstorming for next year. What exactly we're gonna do, the execution of our next year projects. You know, we are already in 2022. You know, this is what we're talking about. But yes, in the crypto space, you can live off the cryptocurrency market, depending on how you're getting involved. But there's so many ways you can make money in the cryptocurrency space.
Wow, that is, I am in awe. I'm in awe of the fact that you're also involved in the production side, right? Where you are looking at, development of, some products that people can be able to use. So already, I think I'm ticking that one of these days, early in 2022, you will become a guest again on the Crypto Diggers Africa show so that you can share more about what you're producing and how it's going to be helping more people to get involved, and as you say, to start being able to make money and to be able to start using crypto as well as a form of payment. I still get surprised at the number of business people that are still not seeing the opportunity of gaining crypto from a payment point of view. It still surprises me, but we're slowly, right, taking steps to be able to help them and to show them. I am glad to see we've got some people that have joined us on the show. We've got Shelly, my sister Shelly, all the way from Nigeria, who's been commenting and loving the content that you're sharing with us. She only had one question where I think you were talking about people need to learn to get involved the proper way. And her question was, what is the proper way of getting involved in this crypto space? Otherwise, she's very happy, like powerful, absolutely loving, what we're sharing. Patience and Globe, we thank you for your heart emoji and loving the show. We really love the fact that you're here with us. So what would you say to somebody like Shelly Elson that says, what's the proper way of getting involved with cryptos?
It's a good question. Look, the proper way of getting involved in this crypto space is to first discover yourself, identify yourself, what you want to do in life. Once you've discovered, and then learn the basics of the blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Learn the basics. Understand what is blockchain, understand what is cryptocurrency market. Once we have learned, once we have mastered that, then you are open, your eyes are now open. Why am I saying this? Once you understand what is cryptocurrency market from the foundation level, from the beginning, you'll be able now to undertake even the risk programs or businesses around the crypto space. They say we ought to take risk. There's so many risks that we take also in the crypto space. There's so many programs also that we get involved, knowing maybe this program might not last, or this program will disappear at a certain period of time. But if you're getting involved in that program with so much eyes open, with so much understanding of the cryptocurrency market, it's not going to be painful, or it's not going to be a problem when anything happens on that program. But now that we find so many people getting involved on different programs without understanding what they are doing, that's where the problem is. But if you understand, okay, right, we take risky, a lot of risky, some of them on these other projects, but if you ever get involved knowing, okay, this project might last maybe in the next 6 months or a year, then let me just get involved and make money. That's when you're gonna make money, because you have given yourself a timestamp, a timeline to say, all right, I'm here, I'm investing on this project maybe for the next 3 to 6 months, then I'm out. You have given yourself that timeline, and then you're gonna succeed. So just to wrap up on that question, get information, learn about cryptocurrencies, learn about blockchain. Anything else that comes up is gonna be a cherry on top. Yes.
And one more question for you, Elston. I love this question. Is the blockchain different from cryptocurrency market?
Right, I'll say blockchain is the mother of cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is a solution, is a system where else the cryptocurrencies are formulated or are extracted, or they're built onto blockchain. So yes, there is a bit of a difference between cryptocurrency and blockchain. blockchain being the system. There are some companies that are using blockchain. Blockchain is more of a software where we say, okay, this is a great software, and then there is a company that is going to use this software, you know. So it's an open ledger and a transparent one, you know. There are so many solutions that you can create on blockchain, even if they are not related to cryptocurrencies, but there are so many solutions that you can come up with on blockchain. For example, you can in the licensing department, you can have the licensing department creating their systems on blockchain, where else there is transparency. You know, whenever I'm driving around, a cop stops me and then they go on blockchain, check my details. I can give them my ID number or my license number. They can just go on blockchain if they are connected and see that my license is still existing or it has expired. So blockchain can be adopted in government departments, like licensing department, you know, like a housing real estate department, where you can check whether this house, the history of a house, because information which is uploaded on blockchain cannot be erased, it cannot be diluted or cannot be corrupted, so to say. The information remains there forever. Once information is shared or stored on blockchain, anyone can see that information. You can easily see that I'm buying this house. How many owners have owned this house? When was it started? And how many bricks does this house contain? You know, how many when was the last time this house was painted? So you can see all that information, provided is uploaded on blockchain by the good people, you know. So you can always see that information because it cannot be removed once uploaded to blockchain. So that's those are use cases of blockchain. That's what blockchain can solve. On the other way, we've got cryptocurrencies. Yes, they are actually developed, created on top of blockchain.
Lovely, thank you. And I see that Shelly loved your response, because she's just said she's really learned a lot about, you know, blockchain. I love these shows, I love these conversations, because this is the whole purpose, you know, of helping people that are looking for the information, and they can be able to engage with us and ask, you know, the questions that may be bugging them, which in some instances, those questions might be what's blocking them from taking the next step. And once they have, you know, the responses, they can then be able to move on to the next step. There is one more question, but we are just close to ending, you know, our show here. And you can check, we'll check the question, Shelly, for you after the show. So Alison, what would be your final word to anybody that's listening to us, or that will be watching this show in future, when it comes to getting involved in crypto?
I will say cryptocurrencies is over 10 years old now. It started way back, and there have been some ups and downs on the space, but it's still alive and still moving further forward. And at this rate where we are, we see institutions getting involved in the crypto space. We see financial companies getting involved, big companies like PayPal getting involved. We see billionaire figures getting involved. We see, you know, solutions being created on the crypto space. I do not see, it's impossible. I don't know how I can put it to say this market is gonna disappear. You might say it's a bubble, okay, with your definition of knowing what is a bubble, but the market remains. It's still here, and it's still gonna be here, because we see good solutions. Like currently we've got metaverse, you know, metaverse, the crypto space, the blockchain space is much involved in the metaverse space, you know. So there are so many solutions that are being created on a daily basis around this market that makes it a solid market going forward. So I will say, as Africans, let's get involved in this market. Let's not be left behind. We have been left behind on so many instances, on so many projects, on so many revolutions. You know, we cannot afford to be left behind on this fourth industrial revolution, on this blockchain revolution. We cannot be left behind. Let's learn, educate ourselves, go dive into the world of research and understand about this whole market. There are so many opportunities that are here. You can, sometimes you might not get involved the way someone is getting involved, but you can look into, like I said, there are multiple ways of getting involved in the crypto space. You know, you can become a trader, you can become an investor, a hodler, or you can become a networker, or you can become a solution provider. So much is happening. Let's even bring to this world our kids. You know, there is so much opportunities for the kids in the IT space, in the coding space around this blockchain market. So yes, there are so many opportunities. People must look into this market with a very sharp eye, with a very profitable eye, because there's so much to be made. But yes, let's get involved. There's so much money that is being made. People are making money. Billionaires are being created in this space. We saw Forbes magazine listing the latest billionaires who have made money from the crypto space. You know, who would have thought there will be billionaires from the crypto space, but this is what we see. And what the naysayers are saying is that the next set of billionaires are not going to come from oil and gas, but they are going to come from the blockchain space. Here we are, there's so much money to be made, and let's get involved as Africans, as people who are curious. Let's be curious and get involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the Crypto King. Get curious, do your research, get involved, because this bubble, as he says, depending on how you define the bubble, may not be bursting very soon. And you then don't want to be left behind and saying, I was waiting for the bubble to burst. So do get involved. I'm glad to have seen a couple of people that have joined us and that have found, you know, the session very informative. This is the whole aim of the Crypto Diggers show. And we were in conversation with the Crypto King, who also happens to be having daily shows every evening at 7 p.m. on the Empire Crypto TV channel, where he engages with several people, from consumers of crypto, creators of crypto, from those that even develop systems that are supporting the crypto space. So go onto Facebook and YouTube and follow the Empire Crypto TV to be able to get more information. And also do follow us, because every week we bring different speakers that share with us their involvement in the crypto space. And every week I learn so much from each and every, guest that we have on the show. Elson, thank you so much for joining us and for what you've shared with us, today on the show. For those of you that are looking, for more information, this recording will be updated on our Team Wealth Creators YouTube channel, and also it will be available on my website, www.mozita.co.za. Do let us know what your thoughts were of the show. Do type in your comments and questions even after the show, and we welcome all of that input as well on other areas that can be covered in the show. And do not hesitate to follow us and contact me on the Crypto Diggers Africa show, both on Facebook and on Instagram. And we look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday, same time, same place. And remember, women dig crypto. You dig? Thank you so much, Elson.
Thank you so much. We shall meet again.